Hey everyone, so I'm back again with another video. This around I have part 8, the final part of my PS2 collection update video series. This should have taken a while to actually post online, as I only post collection updates every Friday, so I guess it's about time that you get to see the rest of my PS2 game collection. This video is going to look at everything from T to Z. Um, what else can I say, really? Everything's in alphabetical order, and as you might have seen in all the other parts, I decided to split this up into several parts rather than making one extra long video, just to make it more enjoyable and easier to sort of follow. So here you go. Starting off this time with some with a Namco game, Taiko Drum Master. I really like rhythm-based games, and I do like this series, even though many of the games have not been released in North America. But the downside to this is that I do not have the controller that goes with this game, and that's kind of cruddy, but hopefully one day I can track down the controller for this as well. Next is Taito Legends 2. I don't know why I said title like that. Anyways, this one here features Darius Gaiden, Puzzle Bobble 2, Space Invaders DX, Dungeon Magic, Liquid Kids, and Cleopatra Fortune. I think basically the first three of these I am very familiar with, but the last three of these I am not familiar with at all. And it also features about 30 other games as well. But definitely Darius Gaiden and Puzzle Bobble 2 are reason enough to go ahead and grab this game. Next is Technic Beat, rhythm-based game featuring classic songs from many different Namco titles. Next is Tekken 5. I really like the early Tekken games, even though they're kind of terrible to look at. But I don't know, at the end of the day, I do still kind of like the Tekken series. But I really like fighting games in general. Next is Tetris Worlds. And then the two Terminator games that I have, Terminator Dawn of Fate and Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines. Sorry, it's kind of hard to get a good look at that one there. Next is another licensed game that just made very little sense to me. The Thing. I don't know why some of these licensed games were even made, like many years after the fact. Just kind of strange to me. Next is Time Crisis 2, on-rail shooter in a long-standing series. I think they are on Time Crisis 4 or 5 at this point. I have a bad memory of that, but definitely like this style of shooter. Next is Tokobot Plus, Mysteries of the Karakuri. And if I remember correctly, this one here is just a Pikmin clone, but with like little mini robot things instead of little flower people. Next are the Tomb Raider games that I got. Lara Croft Tomb Raider Anniversary, and Lara Croft Tomb Raider The Angel of Darkness. Next are the Tony Hawk's games, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. Although I have played 4 mostly on the GameCube. Next is a big mess. Almost dropped a whole bunch of these games. Total Overdose, Gunslinger's Tale in Mexico. And I grabbed this mainly because I had a bonus disc as well, which is kind of stupid reason, but it was only a couple of bucks. And it had a preview look at Lara Croft Tomb Raider Legend on it. Next is Transformers. Turok Evolution. I've never really been a big fan of the Turok series. Next is a series I really enjoyed. That is Twisted Metal. This one here is Twisted Metal Black. I have not spent as much time playing this. I played Head on the PSP a whole lot. It was also ported to the PS2 as well. But I did play the PS1 games a whole lot. I think there were 5 Twisted Metal games in total for the original PlayStation. Next is Virtua Fighter 4. In recent years, Virtua Fighter has sort of just dropped off. But, I mean, it'll always have a place in my mind somewhere very pushed back in the past. It really hasn't sort of remained relevant in the last few years. Next is Wallace and Gromit in Project Zoo. Really liked the sort of Wallace and Gromit cartoons and like shows and movies when I was younger. So when I saw this, I sort of had nostalgia for this, so I went ahead and grabbed it. Next is a game that I was trying for the longest time to track down, and finally got a copy of it. I believe I actually found like 2 copies of this when I finally got it. We Love Katamari. Next is Whiplash. Then for the Xenosaga series, I only have episode 1. If I remember correctly, there are only 2 of them, but there might be 3. Just not really good with the Xenosaga series. And then the last few games that I have here, the last 2 games of my PS2 collection, X-Men Legends, and the very last one is Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses. Anyways, that was my PS2 collection. After all these weeks, that is the end of it. As always, leave comments in the comments section below. Anything you would like to say, comments, questions, suggestions, ideas, anything at all, just leave it in the comment section, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Check out my Facebook, Twitter, and website. They're all linked in the description below. And also linked in the description below is a link to my 500 subscribers contest. Check that out if you'd like. And that's it. See ya.